today is 4:06 p.m. on the 18th of March. And I am actually I'm a little bit upset, but when I get upset, I generally don't show it a lot. I was working in the library, and I was attempting to do my segregated funds certification. I don't know. I had to tell my manager of that, Jonas Regatta. I believe I told you before in a previous segment that Jonas Regatta has hacked into my computer, and in hacking into my computer, he's dealt with my Slack, my Kumo space, he's dealt with looking into my camera, accessing my computer. And also, he accessed my REMIC, which is the course I'm taking for insurance license. I stated that I got my accident and sickness certification. Apparently, what happens when Jonathan goes in and he hacks into my computer, and I don't think it was Lisa personally, because Lisa's not that smart. No, she isn't. Not that Lisa that I knew, anyways. Yes, I did know Lisa Satchel at one point when she just got out of school of ministry, and she came to a Father's House Church in St. Catharines after her dad died, before she married Greg, and before she actually, when she was actually reasonably, I became her friend because nobody else liked her. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Yes, I found out that not only Jonas Regatta, when I go in to do my mock exams and when I go in to do my certifications, Jonas Regatta has changed my answers. He changed my answers on my ethics, he changed my answers on my both segregated funds, in which I almost, I realized, why am I doing so awful? I get this, I do the mock exams, I get 88%, I get 100%, I get it. And then I go in and I do the actual exam, and I'm getting 2 or 3 missing. So that's why. Also, I do want to state another thing. Melanie and John just came up with a whole idea of instituting Melinda Jeff. Let me start at the beginning. Melanie and Jonathan wanted to be my companion. Melanie allowed me to give gifts to Laura Jasmine before Summer and Theodore were born, because even though they're not Jonathan's children, they're John's, Duncan's, and Murray's children, even though she allowed me to do that, she said the whole thing behind it and becoming my friend was because she wanted me to be Jonathan Regatta's companion. Now, there is a clause which states 10 years. It can't be a companion to someone if they're 10 years younger. If you're 10 years older than them. Johnson's is like in his 30s. I could be his mother. I'm 55. Duncan just made it under the wire. But anyways, he also had stated he's continuing. What I did learn is that I would have had all my certifications, and I would have had all of my, I would be working under contract had he not gone in and switched up my answers. Also, I would have had 7 jobs had they not had Jonathan Regatta and not pulled applications on Indeed and LinkedIn. I would have had already 7 jobs. I would have had, Melanie keeps saying, today, she said in a microphone, that's what we intend to do. We want her to be a companion. She has to be his companion. Here's the thing. Companions were developed by John Wimber back in the day because of his wife was sick, and I do know that Mrs. Carolina was sick at the time, so they instituted companions. Actually, Lonnie Frisbee had it, but that was the 60s, and he never really was married to Connie Frisbee. He actually had Lonnie's Angels, that's what they're called. Lonnie was never married to Connie. Anyways, that was the 60s, and John Wimber actually had stated that with companions, the companions has to be 10 years, there's a clause, have to be 10 years apart. And also, it has to be, companions were developed because the husbands were not satisfied sexually, in their marriage, so they looked to a companion. The wife was sick, the wife didn't satisfy their husband sexually, so that's what a companionship grew out of. It's not the true definition of companionship. The true definition of companionship is actually someone who provides comfort, someone who provides friendship, and it is an intimate relationship, not just sexually. So what does that make me? That makes me someone who actually wouldn't allow it, and as he and I had a discussion at one point at the Sandman Hotel, and he actually, the only reason why he became my companion was because he fell in love with me in 1996 when I was there every Wednesday night, and he was on staff as the president of the finance department. So let's talk about Jonas Regato and Melanie a little bit right now. Jonas Regato walks into the office. He is so maniacal. He is a warlock. He is he is a warlock. He's a proclaimed warlock. As he goes in and he puts on a bra that he obtained from Sandra, which Sandra obtained from him, which they stole from 63 Thomas Street. He stole from 63 Thomas Street, and he puts it on and he starts, and it's mine. It's mine that I threw. I think what I did is I ended up putting a bunch of clothing out to the street, or I don't know what I did with it. I know I gave a bunch of clothing away because I kept going down in size from a size 18 to a size 12. And when he took it, he walks in, he puts it on, and he walks around. And he may have a shirt on, he may not. That sometimes he does. And he pinches the nipples. And he sees me through the camera, and he rubs his dick. We can't anymore, but he rubs his dick. So, anyways, sorry if I need to use proper terminology. He rubs his penis. He, like I stated before, so they were the brainchild, so to speak, of trying to ruin my life. Then what happened is it snowballed. Sandra Long got involved. Mary Audrey Raycroft got involved because Sandra Long wanted me out of the church because Edward Haven was threatening Sandra Long or Stephen, and then Melinda Jeffries got involved with Duncan because she wanted to be bedded by Duncan, and Duncan said no because Melinda Jeffries was in a satanic organization, and she was a virgin at this point. And when you make a blood covenant like that, that does something in the supernatural realm, and it does something with satanic organization. And he said no, so she got angry, and so that Lisa, they were friends with Lisa. Melinda Jeffries is bisexual. She and actually she's transgender. And I want to say this again, I have nothing against that community, but I'm just kind of explaining what happened. Jonas Regato, I don't know why, Melinda Jeffries, yeah, her and Lisa are friends, intimate friends, because Lisa came in the office looking for Melinda Jeffries, and they proceeded to the encounter room. Jonas Regato is a bisexual. He's bisexual. But Melanie says, well, he's not a homosexual. I've had sex with him 7 times. Jonas Regato has no, for some other companions to steal their bras. He did this with Laura and Jasmine. You know, with little girls, you can buy them like these little tank top things, and they're like little bra things, with Laura and Jasmine. And he would try on the bra. I don't know how he would get it. He'd probably get it on front of him because he probably couldn't put the whole thing on him. And he would rub himself. Jonas Regato has repeatedly engaged in not only in homosexual activities, but in engaging to try to ruin my life, pulling applications, running 7 jobs, and now hacking into my computer because everything's online. Google Space, Slack, which is how I use to communicate with the Globe Life manager. I told my manager everything. I told her that my computer has been hacked into, they're changing answers. I told her everything. And to me, I'm not a member of Catch Fire Toronto. Now there were some people in the office, and who came into the office because Sandra Long is stating again and again and again that she will not get any money due to the fact unless she has a raping schedule. She says betting schedule. I say raping schedule. And I said, why are you so against the betting schedule, Michelle? Why are you so against that? I mean, it's to teach you about sex. Why? I actually follow the whole idea that do I want to see a man who I don't know, who I do not want to engage in any kind of activity, who specifically wants me on a raping schedule so they could beat the crap out of me and have me hospitalized, or specifically wants me on a raping schedule because they want to see me naked and they want to touch me in a way that I do not want to be touched by them. That to me, these individuals and then they would get me a gift for allowing me to see me naked and allowing to have sex with me and allowing to have to touch me and allowing to do that. And Melanie keeps repeatedly saying, you wouldn't have to use the food bank if you allowed to have a betting schedule. Sandra Long has repeatedly stated the same thing. Kate Daniel-Smith has repeatedly stated the same thing. In fact, I have a number of things I'm going to read that Kate Daniel-Smith has done. And I do not call her Kate Daniel-Smith because she is divorced from Duncan. They divorced in May of 2024. I call her Ms. Kate Daniels out of respect, which she does not offer me the same kind of respect. And people say nobody has ever spoken to Kate Daniels the way you speak to her. And I think maybe it's about time that somebody has. So, now, I think John and Carol are a little bit upset at John Tisragatho. They had him in the office and they were speaking to him before I got in here, before I got on. Now, the other thing is that the microphone, it was brought up by Lynn O'Coley, had stated that, first of all, I'm in crisis. That secondly, that how do you know the microphone isn't Greg? And I said, well, when was Greg in Duncan's office at Kestis Fire Toronto to set up the microphone system? The microphone system that he set up to be put in my ear is actually through a box that's connected to Raleigh, and it is actually wired, and so nobody can touch it, because as a clause, unless I receive any money whatsoever, then he's not allowed to call me. He's allowed to see me, but when he comes into town and is threatened, then, this. Now, let me just read this, and I will go along and state this. Okay, people say another person said you lost touch with reality because you said that Murray Smith was going to marry you. And what Murray did is that he lured me down to North Carolina to get me out of the picture in Toronto. And that's what he did. Okay. Yeah. Now this is directly from Duncan, and this is directly from him. Okay. So if people wonder why I don't see him, it's because Sandra Long has threatened him 3 times, face-to-face, in the Sandman Hotel, twice with a knife. And actually, I bought him this Philadelphia Eagles t-shirt because I made him an eagle, and because I said he was an eagle because he was the president of Kestis Fire World. So I bought him this eagle t-shirt, and Sandra Long, he had it in the hotel with him at the Sandman Hotel. Sandra Long proceeded to take semen and pour it all over the t-shirt and ruined it. Jealousy makes awful bedfellows, Sandra Long. So, here it is. He doesn't come into town like he used to. He used to come into my apartment. He will even speak and say this. If he had a key to my apartment that he got at the Come Up Here conference, he got it out of my backpack. That was left in the sanctuary during one of the breaks or something. What happens? Well, a couple of the reasons why he won't come into town. Kate Daniels has threatened Duncan with revealing the true identity of the kids. And when I say the kids, I mean Valor, not Abigail, Nathania, and Jessica, who are his daughters. Nathania and Jessica are his daughters. Um, Threats to Duncan with revealing the true identity of his kids. Valor, Sailor, Zoe, and Jude. Okay, Valor, Zoe, and Jude are his sons. His son Valor, his son Jude. They know this, and his daughter Zoe. They're Jessica's the mother, and Valor and Zoe and Jude, after paternity test, are Duncan's sons and daughter. So she's friends with us. Selah is his granddaughter. Selah is Aaron's daughter, and Jessica's the mother. And you can tell the difference because Selah looks exactly like Aaron when she smiles, and she has that face like she has Aaron's look about her. She's the spitting image with the eyes and the smile. Selah has a beautiful smile. I'm not saying that Aaron has this beautiful smile, but you can tell that she's Aaron's daughter. And anyways, so that's one of the things that both Jessica and both Kate are doing. She has seized their joint bank accounts, but right now they're open. I think I mentioned that yesterday. She has lied to the Sandman Hotel as well as the hotel in Charlotte to have me arrested. She's also asked Jonas Regatta, who hacked into my computer, to steal my sermon and my PowerPoint. She was the leader over a Castify rally. I had to get permission from him first to say this. I would like you all to know this. I've got permission from Duncan Smith, my companion and future husband. Actually, he's not my companion. He is my fiance. Anyways, so she asked Jonas Regatta to steal my sermon and the PowerPoint to both sermons. She has purposely told people in Toronto that I have to have a betting schedule, a raping schedule, but due to the fact of my health issues, there is a clause in regards to health issues for betting schedules that somewhere, I don't know, apparently the clause is if you have health issues, you cannot have a raping schedule because it becomes a liability. Kate has defamed my character as well as Ash. She has to the point, she's done this at a leadership conference in Bulgaria. She did this in Raleigh. She's done this in Toronto. She says that I stalk him and that I stalk her and that I am a methadone addict. Now, I would like to state something else, that what I have done is because I thought that Kate Daniels was a friend, a mentor, and a sister, essentially. So I had sent her I sent her these napkins. She had these type of napkins for her Thanksgiving table, and I sent her some from the store Koshi downtown Toronto by the St. Lawrence Market. She liked Portuguese tarts. She asked me to send her some Portuguese tarts. I don't think you can send food over the border, but I did send her some Portuguese tarts. I also sent her, what else did I send her? Oh, I bought because I bought myself a Carol Baker Visage membership at Air Mills Town Center. I bought one for her because there's one at Sherway, and I thought that it would be nice for her to come into Toronto and have the membership and maybe go in and have a facial, or maybe go in and have a, I don't know, whatever, go have a facial and treat herself to a pamper. So I bought her a membership. A membership is $10 Canadian. Or even when she's traveling anywhere where there is, I sent her that. I sent her a card. I also sent her a, I think that's about it. I may have said, I bought her a $225 Pandora rose gold plated cubic zirconia of a snowflake Pandora bracelet. This bracelet would have been if me and Murray were going to get married when he proposed and planned a wedding through the microphone and cameras. I bought that as an attendant gift. I don't know attendant gift. I don't know if she still has it. I bought one for Lucy and Sarah, but it was given to Laura and Jasmine, and I don't know where they are either. Sorry, somebody's just telling me he's in his office at, not that one, at Page Road. Anyways, so I also would like to state that if I was a methadone addict, my blood work that I get routinely, so I haven't had done, would have, I get done every month. I haven't had it done for 2 months now, but where are we, March? Since the fall, since October, since before I went away. So routinely I get blood work done because I'm on a lot of prescription. This is mostly prescription medication for, and I'll read it, for pregabalin. I cannot say this, that's what that is. You know what, I'm going to hold it up. If you can read it, you can read it. That's for nerve damage that was done when they put the crack pipes in my ventilation system. Davaporox. This is a different medication. I was taking off valproic acid because when I was a kid, I had epilepsy and I was on valproic acid, and it was they had to lower the dosage. I was on 1,500 milligrams, and now I'm only on. Now my dog, it's 125, but she changed the dosage. Didelzim. I had a heart attack and a stroke, so this is to maintain my blood pressure. What is this? Oh, this is the other Divaporox. This is Crestor, which is a cholesterol pill. This is levothyroxine, altroxin. It's a thyroid pill because my thyroid gland was burnt when I had mononucleosis when I was in grade 8. And I'm also supposed to be taking junior aspirin, but I haven't been able to afford to buy it. And when I had the money, I totally forgot to buy it to be also as well. So, the other reason why, so realistically speaking, with all this medication, I cannot handle alcohol. If I take alcohol, I can't drink alcohol. I can't handle marijuana. If marijuana, yes, I did smoke marijuana at some point when I was in my 20s. I can't handle that. I can't handle this medication. Interacts with everything. So if I was a methadone addict, I would be dead. I would be dead. Anyways, the other reason why Duncan hasn't come in, besides the threats that he's getting, is his health. A lot of you won't know this about him. Some of you do, some of you don't. He says it's okay if I announce it, and maybe you could pray for him as well. He has had, when he was a teenager, he had leukemia, and so that was healed. And when he was also now, he's got an amazing haircut. He hasn't come in because he's had cancer. He's had surgery. He's had some malignant tumors, and some of them, I think there were 3. And the last one, he went in for surgery before he went to just after he came back from France, and it was benign. So he's had to have cancer treatment over at Duke University Cancer Center, and he also had surgery at Princess Margaret. So, yeah. And so that's one of the reasons, because when he's not been traveling, he's also had cancer. He also at one point had a minor stroke last summer, and he had to go through that and rehabilitation. A lot of things people don't know about him. They see him as this amazing man. They make other comments. They make their comments of what they see and what they know. But a lot of people don't know what I know. So if I was stalking him, and ask Murray. Murray's in North Carolina. I don't know if he'll come back to Canada. That's the thing he's been speaking about through the microphone. He's never coming back to Canada. But yeah. So that's another reason why he hasn't been able to come in. Also because Jessica, and to a degree his former bodyguard, and to a degree Kate, has been threatening his in regards to his mental health. I believe that everyone has when you're in the ministry, they require sabbaticals. That's what Duncan says that sabbaticals for leaders, because they themselves need to be refreshed, and they themselves need to have ministry. Duncan has had a lot. I'm not going to get into it, but he has a counselor. Kate has a counselor. He wants me to go into counseling when I get into North Carolina, and I said, as long as you're there, I'll be with you, because of my history with counselors and my trust issue. They threaten that. He's attended a day where his counselor wanted him in this program. It was a day program in North Carolina, in just outside of Raleigh. I think it's in Raleigh. I don't know. He wasn't admitted. He goes there willingly for counseling. He goes there willingly to talk to people, and people have threatened him with that. People have threatened him. Jessica has threatened that he'll reveal it. I tell him that truth is the best policy. So if people are hearing this and they want to go around and defame his character, why don't you go around and defame the fact that he's had cancer, that he's had surgery, that he's had cancer treatments, that he's had a stroke, a minor stroke, and that he has sought help for his mental well-being. And that he's being honest about his kids, and they're his kids. Valor, Zoe, and Jude. They're his kids. He's being honest about that. When you have people like Kate Daniels, and you have people like Jessica, and you have other people who are around him, other people who know him, and other people who want to do nothing but defame his character, like Sandra Long as well. Kate has also tried to align herself with Sandra Long to have me arrested and to have me charged with harassment. Kate has also tried to align herself with Sandra Long, like I said, to be bedded. These are things about Kate Daniels that you don't know. She's living in the house. He's allowing them to live in the house because of the fact they are divorced, and he's allowing them. The agreement in their divorce, the details of their divorce, has stated that when it's time, he will sell the house, and they both will get the proceeds. He's going to sever the land because he has a bunch of cabins behind the pool, way, way back behind the field. And that's what he wanted to do. He actually put the house, contacted a real estate agent a couple of weeks ago before he went to France. And Kate has contacted the real estate agent and said, no, we want to keep the house. We don't want to sell it. Jessica doesn't want the house sold because it's her childhood home. So, buy the house, Jessica. Kate also has, with the children, Kate's certain standards, and with the kids, Valor, Selah, Zoe, and Jude. As you well know, because they're well known, because they're leaders in the church, they get a lot of presents from various people. I've sent them presents, and other people send them presents. People that are leaders, various people. At Christmas time, out of all the presents, she allows her children, grandchildren, his kids, Selah's his granddaughter, to keep 2. At Easter time, they get no chocolate. She allows them to keep 1. At birthdays, they're allowed to keep 6. out of all the presents they receive from kids' parties and from their family parties. If she doesn't like the person who's giving the present to them, she throws it in the garbage. All the rest, they go in the garbage. They don't get donated, they go in the garbage. After they lost their dogs, not Mitzi, Mitzi and a dog named Coco and a dog named Russ. After they lost those dogs, they were put down. Catherine, Kate's bodyguard, gave them a kitten. Because the kitten was meowing too much, Kate threw it in the garbage outside in the garage. Kate wants to have me arrested. Kate has also stated that I have signed my death warrant. Kate has, Finn being my friend, wanting me to be a better person, to dress appropriately. A lot of it now is Duncan. What should I wear? What should I wear? There are certain colors. Let me go through the colors. Lilac is pining. That means I'm missing him today. Yellow is wealth. Blue means that I'm thinking about him. Pink means that he'll be arriving soon. Beige means that he is ill, or I'm ill. He'll wear maroon, and I'll wear maroon when that means love. He'll wear gray if he's thinking about me because he can't, or if he's pining after me and he's missing me, because he can't wear lilac, because I suppose he could wear lilac, but he won't wear lilac. White is a celebration. Green is new life. I'm just looking at my wardrobe right now. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, purple. Purple means missing and pining. I say lavender because I have lavender, but purple's my favorite color as well, so that's fine. So, yeah. I have stated previously how much I love Kate Daniel Smith. But reality is when you have people like Kate, Sandra Long, who are requesting and requiring a raping schedule in order for money, or because Kate herself was forced into companionship and was forced into a raping schedule, and because she thinks I want her presidency, which I don't, and also because she was also forced into exercising a right to leadership. That's when a man who's a leader come to a woman who's a leader in the Castafire Church and can make them have sex with him. Kate will be angry. Kate may call the police. Sandra can call the police. Anyone can call the police. I had 2 police in the library. The police follow me. The police have yet to come to my door. In fact, the police are watching these videos. The police get more information out of these videos than they do out of anyone else. Apparently, I'm known to the Peel Regional Police. Why? Because Peel Regional Police caught me when I was on the streets, and they brought me out of the lobby of a hotel and brought me to Tim Hortons, and they brought me from ship. They brought me out of the open window hub at Hazel McCullough Library into ship. The police, Peel Regional Police, were there. Also, Curtis Hines is a former pastor with Castafire Toronto and is actually still he's a chaplain with the Toronto or Peel Regional Police Force, so he still has that, and he knows. So, I mean, that's fine. I've never been charged. I have never been told anything in terms of to stop talking to certain people, to stop sending presents, to stop wearing your necklace by any police force. The only people who want me in a raping schedule are those who know that I will, because of my health, those who know that I will leave this earth. And by leaving this earth, I don't mean some freaky thing like whatever, leaving my body or whatever. I mean, leave this earth. I mean, I will die. So when these people who are insisting on it, when these people who are threatening Duncan, when these people who are threatening me, when these people who are hacking into my computer so I don't move forward in my life, so I can't get a visa, so I can't get my certifications, when these people who are continuously saying that I'm the mental patient, and when all I've been diagnosed with is a housing crisis, when these people who are in actuality standing in the church office with snakes and rats and knives and guns and allowing pig's blood on their face like Melanie does every day, and last night at nighttime when the office closed down, what she does is she gets from Sandra Long pig's blood and she drinks it, and then she puts it on her face as well. So when people like that happen, you know yourself. You have been bedded, you have had companions, you have been raped, you have seen it, and you know it. Those who do know that, those who I'm speaking to, you know. Your children have been molested by Norman Brown, by Jonas Ugato, your children by Murray Smith, you as young people, you have been raped by Jonas Ugato and Norman Brown, or even Zachary Lanou, or even Dallas Winston, or even Murray Smith. So, reality is, who's lying? Who's the mental patient? If I was a drug addict, a methadone addict, I would be dead. So, once again, I'm still waiting for a lawyer to take my case. Once again, I am getting married. He did propose. Google it. In Nigeria, a woman who is betrothed, who is engaged, wears a necklace. None of other Duncan's companions wear a necklace. Now that's the other thing that's going to come up. Do I approve? Do I get upset if I know that he's sleeping around with other women? We've discussed this. I'm not telling anything that he doesn't know. No, I don't like it. He knows I don't like it. I also tell him, what is the reason for a companion? The reason for a companion is to sexually satisfy, is because a man is not sexually satisfied. A woman who's any kind of wife not only satisfies her husband in the bedroom, companion-wise, listens, cares for him, supports him, prays for him, makes sure he's well-nourished, physically and spiritually. Any kind of wife worth their grain of salt does this. And if you're a woman out there, just because you're a Christian woman, you don't show your man your body, that's wrong. That's wrong. Very wrong, in my opinion. It's very wrong that you will not show your husband your body. Now, I mean sexually. If your husband is a loving man, if your husband is a loving man who loves you very deeply, who loves your body, men have idiosyncrasies and insecurities about their body too. He does, and I'm not going to tell you who they are, because that's none of your business. But that is a woman, and I'm not going to say wifely duty, but that is what a wife is supposed to be doing. That's what I believe anyways. So this body, sexually, is not Norman Brown's. It's not Jonathan Scotto's. It's not anybody else who would want to be on a raping schedule for me. It's Duncan's body. And it was the first time he and I had sex, and he took my virginity away from me. Back in 2019. And it's his. And it's not any other man's. So, that's today's segment. 40 minutes, wow. Now it's 4:46. I myself have to go make myself some dinner. And actually I have to talk to him. So I hope that all of you are enjoying the beautiful spring weather out there. And thank goodness, well, it's March. We could have 1 or 2 more snowstorms. This is Canada, isn't it? Thank you for listening.